Hello class 11 students, welcome to the business studies class. We are going to learn the topic commerce. Okay, now see, all of us are human beings. Okay, being human beings, we require so many things, that is, our needs and wants are unlimited, and at the same time human beings are social in nature, and so they are engaged in number of activities throughout the day. Now these activities may be economic and non-economic. Economic activities are conducted to earn money, whereas non-economic activities are conducted for mental and psychological satisfaction. Okay. Now, economic activity can take the form of employment, where remuneration is the reward; profession, where fees is the return; or business, where profit is the reward. Correct? Now, business activities include industry and commerce. In our previous class, we understood the different types of industries: the primary, the secondary, and the tertiary. Correct? Now, the second classification of business activities is commerce, which is the topic of our learning today. Okay. Now, what is commerce? It includes all those activities which are necessary for sale, transfer, or exchange of goods and services for satisfaction of human needs or wants. Okay. Now, commerce provides a link between producers and consumers. We know producers are the party which are manufacturing the products to satisfy the needs and wants of the consumers. So both are very important group in the society. If no producers there, then we are not able to satisfy our needs. Who will produce goods, and who will provide services for satisfaction of our needs and wants? In the same way, if consumers are not there, then for whom will the producers produce? Correct? So, commerce facilitates as a link between both producers and consumers. Okay. It aims to supply goods at right place, right time, right quantity. Very important. Time is important, quantity is important, and proper place is important. Okay. Correct. So we have markets. Now is the era of online buying and selling. Correct. But the quantity and time has to be kept in mind. Then commerce ensures free and smooth exchange of goods and service or the information. Okay. There are various obstacles in the movement of goods and services. Correct. Then it is due to commerce that all these hindrances or obstacles are removed. Okay, so we can say that commerce includes all those activities which remove hindrance or obstacles in the free flow of exchange, transfer, or sale of goods and services. Okay, now what are these obstacles? These obstacles may be in place of persons. Persons how the producers and seller will meet. Okay, that it is done through trade. Then place means producer may be at different place and consumers are at different place. Then how they can meet? Then that is possible through transport. Finance, both require money. So we have banks and financial institutions which remove this hindrance of finance. Risk, we all have coverage, insurance. As we have protection of our life, so also there is protection of business activities also. And time, I told you, okay, earlier. Next, time is storage and warehousing. Now, commerce includes basically two activities, trade and aids to trade. Trade is what? Buying and selling or exchange of goods and services for satisfaction of human needs and wants. And the basic idea is to earn profit. Now, what are aids to trade? Aid, you all know, help. So, all those activities which help in conducting trading activities are known as auxiliaries or aids to trade. That include all those service. So these are the service sector: banking, transport, insurance, then warehousing, okay, all such, advertising, okay. Now trade takes two forms: internal and external. Internal is related to wholesale and retail trade, correct, and external takes the form of import, export and entry port, correct. So that is the type category of trade, internal as well as external. Wholesale means buying and selling in bulk, and there are wholesalers between the consumers and manufacturers. There are wholesalers, and retail trade is retailers act as a link between manufacturers and wholesaler at one hand and consumers on the other hand. And that external is import. Import means the country will buy from other countries for those products which it is feeling the shortage, okay. It will export those products in which it is self-sufficient, or which are in surplus, okay, or those products in which it is in the advantageous position. And entry port means buying from one country and selling it to other country, means acting as a link, okay. So this was regarded as today's learning, commerce, all those activities, what is the meaning of commerce, then trade and aids to trade.